Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome to Indie Game Friday. This week, we're going to take a look into itch.io for another freebie, and we come up with a surprisingly impressive Tomb of the Amazon Queen by IGS, which is apparently a pair of brothers by the names of Eric and Henrik. Developed for the low-res Game Jam 2016, it is available for free on itch.io, and a link will be in the description below. Now, I love dungeon crawlers, and I'm actually a fan of minimalist games as well. This is barely an RPG by any standards, but Tomb of the Amazon Queen still manages to impress even with such basic controls and content. I managed to kill about 20 minutes with it easily, and I could see myself playing through it at least a few times to try to uncover all of the treasures. There's no storyline introduced via the game, but the download page simply states, "Something sinister is stirring deep inside the ancient tomb of the Amazons. Care to find out what?" I must say that, after having played through to the boss, the expected story does take a bit of a turn, which is something that surprised me for such a small game. Gameplay-wise, it's barely an RPG. You basically have a health bar, an experience bar, and a level. There's a handy compass and coordinate system for navigation. Gameplay takes place from a first-person perspective where you navigate a maze. As you defeat enemies, your experience goes up, and each time you gain a level, your health is restored and I believe goes up a little bit, as well as your damage. Along the way, you encounter various tips, hints, and flavor interactions presented via text on screen. You can encounter traps which are unavoidable save for hints that you might have uncovered earlier, and monsters which are engaged in a rather simplified combat minigame. You can also find treasure in the form of gold coins, the purpose of which I didn't quite uncover during my playthrough. Combat consists of a series of turns. While you are on the defense, an indicator with one or more hotspots appears near the top of the screen. Each hotspot represents an attack from the monster. As the green spot travels down the indicator, you can press down the cursor key to block that particular blow when it overlaps a certain hotspot, taking either partial damage or none at all on a success. While you are on the offense, one or two shields appear above the monster icon, and you can press the forward, left, and right cursor keys to initiate attacks. If you strike a shield, that attack doesn't count, and the shield resets to another place on the enemy. You can attack as fast as you can hit the keys, but once the green spot on the indicator above resets to the right-hand side, your turn is over and you're on the defense again. Combat difficulty is based both on the amount of damage you or your enemies can do on a successful hit, but also how quickly the green spot moves along the indicator, and how many hit hotspots and shields are present on each round. Exploration is actually kind of deep, with multiple paths available through some areas, and hidden stashes of coins available down certain side paths. Clues can help you survive those side treks if you pay attention to them. This is all well and beyond what I really expected from a game that was produced for a game jam. Graphically, the game lives up to the low-res jam name, being something that wouldn't have been out of place on an old mobile phone of yore. Still, for such a small resolution pixel-based game, the graphics are discernible and actually quite cohesive. There's several different sorts of enemies, each with their own sprites, and neat little door animations whenever you go through them. I especially liked the background music, unobtrusive, yet very nostalgic. Overall, for what it is, a tiny little minimalist dungeon crawler that's available for free, I was actually quite impressed. There's no roguelike elements or randomization at all, so once you get through it a few times, you're likely to have seen everything in it. The various paths through certain areas and the various side treks for optional treasure might extend the game a little bit, but I'd estimate most people will complete the entirety of it in less than an hour, provided that their reflexes are at least a little better than mine in the combat sections. And with that, I think I'll wrap this up. This has been Indie Game Friday with Tomb of the Amazon Queen. Link will be in the description below. If you like what you've seen, be sure to leave a like, comment if you have feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.